This will be a crude entry to the Sins developer tool in Galaxy Forge. I use both of those to create a combat arena. I like to do this when I'm having trouble with a battle, and I find it a lot easier for me to create a scenario that includes both the enemy ships and my idea what an effective counter fleet would be to take on and defeat that fleet. Overall, this worked pretty well for me. You can find the Galaxy Forge tool in the Sins folder of the Steam library. You can do that by right-clicking on the Rebellion icon, go down to Properties, click the Local Files, Browse Local Files. That brings up File Explorer, and there's a Galaxy Forge directory that you double-click on. And then in that directory there should be a Galaxy Forge EXE. You double-click that, and that will bring up the Galaxy Forge tool where you can create all kinds of neat stuff. Okay, Galaxy Forge will always start out the same way: 1 star, 2 planets. If I want to add another star, I could click on the right-click on the background somewhere and select Add Star. Of course, I don't need that for this scenario, so I'm going to get rid of that. I just select the star and push the delete key, and that's gone. So to add my planet, I go inside this circle, right-click, select Add Planet, and the planet will be added wherever you right-clicked at. Now I want to put phase lanes in here so my ships can move back and forth. So the combat planet's already selected. Go down, hold the Control key, and click on the planet I want to add a phase lane to, and there it is. So I want this combat planet, which I just selected, to be available from both worlds. So I'll select that. Go down here to this one, hold down the Control key, click, and there's my phase lane. The only other thing I like to do when making this combat map is I like to select the combat planet itself. I just name it Combat Planet, and that's the design name and in-game name both. And it's no problem if you don't name it, because the game will name it for you. This just makes it, I don't know, something I just like to do. So after I got it named, I would click File and Save, and you need to save this in your Documents directory in the My Games folder. This will be Ironclad Games, Sins of a Solar Empire, and Galaxy Forge. So you need to give it a name. I've already put a couple saves in there already, so I'll name this Combat 5 and click Save. And now that should be available in my maps when I start a new game of Sins. Okay, the next thing to do is to bring up the Developers tool, and once again you can find this the same way you found the Galaxy Forge file. You go to Rebellion icon, right click, choose Properties, click on the Local Files tab, and browse Local Files. And this one will be in the main folder. It's Sins of the Solar Empire Rebellion dev.exe. So you double click that, and Sins will start like it normally does. I'll usually maximize it just for the fun of it. You go to Single Player, New Game, which is already selected for me. I changed my maps to Galaxy Forge, and here's all the ones that I've added. Here's the last one I added, was Combat 5. So I click that, click play, and then I would choose my races. Like, let's say I want to be a Tech Rebel, and I want to know how they perform against a fleet of Advent Rebels. After that, I just start the game. And then the real fun begins. Okay, now that we have developer running, the first thing I like to do is bring up the menu, which is hold down the Control Shift key and push the period key, which is below the right caret. That brings up the menu, and I like to disable the AI first so he's not building stuff. So I go to A, change Galaxy, E, change AI, and then I hit A, AI disabled, sets that to true. And that takes care of the game AI. Back up. The next thing I like to do is reveal the whole map. So to do that, I scroll out, and then I will do B, overrides, and then A, all entities detected. This sets it to true, and as you can see there, there's everything. Now it's important to remember to select the combat planet when you start adding entities or spawning entities or ships, because if you don't, it'll put them whatever planet selected. So I'll select that, I'll scroll in, There's a lot of NPC militia here that I need to get rid of, so I'm going to back up, and that is EC, change entity, and then G, kill all NPC militia, and there they go. So next thing I'm going to do is start spawning ships. So again, I back up, left caret key, and it's F, spawn entity. And I'm going to spawn these for me, which is lone gamester, so I push C. And I'm going to say put 50 frigates against a Titan, so that's C. Then I'm a tech rebel, so that would be D. And then just sort of scan the list to find what you're looking for. And I've been through here and often enough, I know that Corvette tech rebel is what I want, and that's option G. So I'm going to push that 50 times. There may be an easier way to do this, but that's the way I do it right now. So I'm going to push G 50 times to put 50 times to put 50 ships in there. I'm not going to force you to watch me do all that.
Like
so
me.
Be back in a minute.
Nobody.
Okay, and here's 49, here's 50. So I've got my 50 Corvettes added. Now I want to add a Titan for the enemy. So I'll back up again because I've got to change players. So I'll back up again. And this will be D, the Salundi. And I'm going to give them a Titan. And they're an Advent Rebel, which is E. And then if I hit A, Titan, I should drop it in there. And they'll start fighting right away. Right away. So I can pause the game if I want to. Let's say I want to level up the Titan. So I select here, and for some reason it's not letting me do that. I'm going to have to change the active player in the game itself. So to do that, back up and back again, back again, back again, and change player option D. And then I change active player so that I am now the Salundi, and then I can give him experience. So that's I gotta go back, and it is option L, which is not here, so I would need to go to back one more screen. Okay, to give this guy more experience, I like to put the cursor over every time I pull up the info card. I need to be at change galaxy, and then I'm going to go to C, change entity, and then option L, give experience. So I would do L once, that's level 2, level 3, level 4, and I usually stop there unless I've got something specific in mind, because that's the highest level you can purchase in the game. And now I'm able to go in, I can give him another bomber. I can go in and set his skills. I'm just going to randomly pick some. And I think, yeah, the game's paused, so that wasn't taking. So anyway, I've got him leveled up, and I'll just let the game go on here and see how this comes out. And I can also speed this up if I want to. So I can change this to like 8 times.
We will restore the unity.
And as you can see, they took down the Titan shields and brought the hull strength down around 4,000, but that was about it before the 50 Corvettes wiped out. So I guess that wouldn't be a viable strategy for me unless I wanted to try 100 Corvettes or something, but I think there's probably more cost efficient or fleet efficient ways to do that. So I guess that's it for this tutorial. Thanks a lot.